take your boots off, you take your hat off, lay it on the dresser. There's nothing better. Go to the icebox, grab us some beer. Let's get down and dirty, man. Right now, right here.
Hello everybody, this is Pete with another video in my series of 30 plus that I'm making to promote the album Silhouette, Dafni songs performed by her friends. Unfortunately I don't have a copy of the disc with me today. Today's video concerns John McDuffie and his version of Dafni's song Down and Dirty, a song that she, Dafni, co-wrote with Sarah Stanley. Dafni, my wife, was a singer-songwriter in the Los Angeles Americana music scene, and she was much beloved, and unfortunately she passed away at the age of 43 in 2016 after suffering a sudden cardiac arrest at the gym after work. And today I am back on the campus at UCLA. This is my third visit in the Zim's video series, third and final I probably would say, and I'm outside the chemistry department on UCLA campus, and Dafni worked here from I think 2005 till she died, working with Dr. Jane Strauss in the Molecular Instrumentation Center. I was trying to find a place that could represent the Molecular Instrumentation Center, so that I noticed there are all these big tanks here of liquid nitrogen, and part of Dafni's job was working with the nuclear magnetic resonance spectrometers, and they require low temperatures, so they are cooled with liquid nitrogen and liquid helium, I think, and part of her job was to take these enormous tanks, which must be taller than her and much heavier than her, and to carry them, not carry them, no, put them on trolleys and go and use the liquid gases to cool the magnets and the spectrometers. After Dafni had earned her PhD, she did a postdoc in the pharmacology department, which is not too far down that way, and at UCLA, and she's working with Dr. Satya Murthy. I did a video previously with the video I did from the Mark Nemetz song, I Don't Mean to Disappoint You. I filmed close to outside the building. Dafni was pretty unhappy with doing that postdoc, and she was kind of unsure what she was going to do with her career, and pretty much this job working for Jane here in the Molecular Instrumentation Center, the MIC, M-I-C, it basically just fell into her lap. It was just a great timing and maybe great, serendipity. Timing was just right. Jane was looking, the Molecular Instrumentation Center was kind of formed around that time, and Jane was going to become the head of it, but she had been in charge, I think, of the nuclear magnetic resonance facility, and now she was going to be in charge of all the instruments, and she needed someone who had experience, who understood how the department worked, who had a postgraduate degree, who could train students, who could do various tasks, administrative tasks, and Jane knew that Dafni was looking for an alternative career, and this was a way she could still stay in academia and science and chemistry, and but still kind of pursue her musical instruments on the side. And Jane was very musical. Did I say musical instruments? Pursue her musical interests. That's what I was looking for on the side, and it was a perfect job for Dafni. She and Jane knew each other. They got along very well. They're both very cheerful and charming people, and I think Dafni enjoyed working here. She particularly enjoyed working with the students, helping them, training the students how to use the NMR machines, the nuclear magnetic resonance spectrometers. Dafni would kind of teach the students and test them to see whether they were they could use the machines by themselves without supervision. So that was their favourite part of the job. And Dafni worked here until the day she died. On the day she died, she was working. So I think she left work quite early for her, maybe around 6 p.m. and then she went to the gym. She called me on the way, and she was very cheerful and happy. And I'll tell more about that story in one of the final episodes in this series. Let's talk about the music though. Down and Dirty is a song that Dafni wrote with Sarah Stanley. Sarah Stanley, I've already made a video with Sarah about her version of Home to You, another song that they co-wrote. Actually, they co-wrote on the same day that they wrote Down and Dirty. I've probably already mentioned it, and maybe Sarah also mentioned it, but Dafni had this melody for the song that ended up becoming Home to You, but she wasn't happy with the words that she wrote, and Sarah is someone who likes to co-write with people and is more of a lyricist, I would say, than the writer of the music. No offense to Sarah. And so it was a good combination. So Sarah came around to our apartment and they wrote what turned out to be Home to You, and I think they both thought it was a little boring and not... I don't know, I always liked it. I thought the melodically, just based on the melody, it was a great song. And I think Sarah's words are fantastic. So I always encouraged Dafni to play that song, but I don't think she ever performed that song after it was written. That's a possibility. And Sarah didn't either. Like they both forgot about it. Occasionally I would mention it to Dafni, why don't you do that song? That was a really good song. But to no avail. After they'd written that song, they decided, let's just have excuse me if there's too much wind noise. They just kind of, had a glass of wine or two, and they just decided, let's just write something really kind of fun and upbeat, and they ended up writing Down and Dirty, which is this song that Dafni played a ton of times and Sarah played a ton of times, and they both recorded it. It's on Dafni's album Charlie's Lonely Sunday, and the other song got completely forgotten, but Down and Dirty became a staple of both of their sets. John McDuffie is a fantastic guitarist. I know him primarily as a guitarist and not as a singer or as a songwriter, but I have heard him sing occasionally at the cinema bar, very occasionally, but mostly I see him, or have seen him there as the guitarist, as the lead guitarist, for sitting in with many, many different acts. I've seen him play with Jamie Shuey and with Lisa Finney, both of whom have songs on this album. I've seen him play with Dan Janisch. I've seen him play with the Groovy Rednecks, and he also played with Dafni from time to time. When Dafni, I think when Will Forbes was Dafni's guitarist, around the time of the Charlie's Lonely Sunday album, I think John played then, but then Peter Kavanagh, maybe if Will wasn't available, Dafni would get Peter Kavanagh to play. And then if Peter Kavanagh wasn't available, then Dafni often would get John McDuffie to play. I don't think she had too many other lead guitarists. Maybe Dan Janisch played a couple of times, and I remember Glenn Sherber sat in one or two times too. But John McDuffie must have played with Dafni 20 times, 20 gigs at least, at the cinema bar and farmers markets. And if you look at the montages I've made in some of my other videos, I mean, he does crop up. Oh, I think I'm mangling my words today. He does appear quite frequently in the live settings. John is a fantastic guitarist and a very lovely guy, very intelligent, very witty, and very fun to talk to. Great sense of humor, and but primarily, I have to say, phenomenal guitarist. It plays kind of all styles. He's particularly adept at things like jazz, I think, and so that helped. I think Dafni was drawn to having someone who had a kind of a jazzy feel, and I think she always loved it when John played in the band, and I think he always loved it when the opportunity arose to play with Dafni. I didn't really know him as a singer, so when when it came time to do the this tribute album, I don't think John had done a Dafni song at the show. Actually, no, I think I tell a lie. He did a little set of like instrumentals, and he did some of Dafni's songs he did some of Dafni's songs instrumentally, just playing the guitar, and those were very beautiful. In fact, when Dafni was in the ICU here on the UCLA campus when after she had a sudden cardiac arrest, I know John came in and just played guitar for, I don't know, an hour one time. Just maybe there weren't too many people around, and he just played a lot of Dafni tunes instrumentally. He really knew Dafni's music very well. He always was very well prepared when he played with Dafni, and he had his charts, and he'd rehearse, and he knew the songs very well. Maybe at the show, the memory's a little hazy. I think the show that we did 2 months after Dafni died, in what would have been her birthday, I think John did like an instrumental section or a segment. And so I wanted him to play on the album. I didn't want any of the songs doubled up, so he needed to find a song to perform that nobody else was doing. And I think after a few 5 or so emails back and forth, how about this song? No, it's already been done. How about this song? He said, how about Down and Dirty? And I thought, that's fantastic, because no one else was doing Down and Dirty. And I thought it's such a fun song, and kind of uncharacteristic, saucy kind of lyric for Dafni, although Sarah, I think, wrote most of the words. I think some of those words are my words in there too. I think the only lyric, there's a line in there like to put on a record, maybe some Etta or Patsy Cline, and then there's a lyric about At Last, which is kind of a reference to Etta James' song. And then I suggested, well, why not put something like, and when it's over, they had this line, when it's over something, and I said, well, why not say Don't Fall to Pieces, because like the Patsy Cline song, I Fall to Pieces, it was often on the jukebox at the cinema bar, I think. And I just thought it's kind of like a reference to Patsy Cline if you know the song. Otherwise, it kind of sounds a little kind of funny. I think that's my line. I think I suggested Don't Fall to Pieces. That's my contribution to that song. I think Dafni and Sarah, they kind of just wrote it together. I think the lyrics. Say predominantly Sarah. Dafni threw in a few things about, I don't know, put the flashlight on the mantle or something. I don't know. I think Dafni introduced a few words, and I was there when they were writing it, so I think I suggested that Don't Fall to Pieces line. Anyway, my claim to fame as a songwriter. The version that Dafni recorded for her album Charlie's Lonely Sunday features Jeff and Mark, her rhythm section. I'm not sure if Josh Bander plays on there, or I know Danny Ott plays the guitar on there. Danny Ott's someone that we saw play at the cinema bar quite a lot with Tracy Huffman and Jamie Shuey, and maybe his own solo sets. He's a phenomenal guitarist. My goodness, there are just so many phenomenal guitarists in Los Angeles and in the cinema bar scene. So much talent, unbelievable. I remember when he recorded his lead guitar and solo at Charlie McGovern's studio, I remember thinking, oh, that was just a scratch tape. He's going to do it. He can do it. He can do it better. But then listening back to when Charlie had mixed it, it was like, oh my God, it's playing was just so perfect. I think Danny, he did it in one take, is what I remember. Start to finish, one take, and it's perfect. Not a note wrong, and just perfect for the song. Amazing talent. John's version of Down and Dirty, when I heard it, I just couldn't stop smiling and giggling to myself, because the song is already a ridiculous song lyrically, and John just has heightened the ridiculousness to another level by singing it so passionately, it's a little bit out of character, I think, for John to be singing so passionately. It is not quite his personality, I don't think. So when just the way he was singing it made me laugh. The kind of swampy Cajun kind of sound he got out of he got for that song is just funny. That he took the song in a different direction than Dafni's version or Sarah's version, and it's kind of ridiculous song. And he recorded it at home at his own home studio, playing all the instruments. I think there's acoustic guitar and electric guitar and lap steel, I think, maybe some other bits and pieces in there. And he had Jim Doyle play the drums. Jim is a really great drummer. I think he played a couple of times with Dafni. I think when it was her 40th birthday show, I've seen some of the footage. I put in some of the montages of Dafni playing live. In the other videos, I noticed that Jim's playing drums on that. I think he played drums 2 times only for Dafni. But he's a phenomenal drummer. I'm so happy that John got him to play so we can get another of Dafni's friends and colleagues onto the album. John's song, I wasn't at the studio when he recorded it, and then he sent his files to Alfonso, and Alfonso mixed it, and then I heard the song for the first time. I put my headphones on and pressed play, and I just couldn't stop smiling and, like I said, like giggling. It was just like, this song is just so ridiculous. It's already ridiculous to begin with, and now John's taken it to another level. That's how I hear it. Other people might think it's not it's a kind of I don't know what other people think about this song. I have too much personally at stake with that piece that I don't know how other people hear it, but to me it's very funny because I remember Dafni and Sarah writing that song, how much fun they had writing that song, and then knowing John and knowing his personality, and then hearing this version where he took it up a notch. It's a phenomenal performance, I think. I mean, he's a magnificent musician. And musically, that song his version is like, it's crazy, right? How good his version is. But it's the fact that I know John and I know his personality that it makes me laugh that it's kind of out of character. One other thing I was going to say, the song Down and Dirty. I remember when Dafni and Sarah were writing it, it kind of had a little bit more raunchy lyric to begin with, I think. Instead of the lyric being, I'll take my boots off, you take your hat off. I think it was more like, I'll take my dress off, you take your pants off. I have some of the, they recorded it, so they wouldn't forget the song. They recorded it and on that day, and so I have some of the alternative takes, shall we say. I'll see if I can include them in this video. Also, I've just done an interview with Jane Strauss, talking about Dafni and how she came about working for Jane, and I'll probably include that as another bonus episode. It's nice while I'm here to talk about the Mick. I thought I'd get some of Jane's insight, because I didn't really know, after I'd left UCLA in 2002, I didn't really have much to do with the Department of Chemistry. So and Dafni's work life was kind of always separate from her home life and her gym life and her music life, and so I didn't really know too much about her, what her job entailed exactly, or how much she was liked by the students and how much she was liked by Jane. Anyway, I think I've talked way too long. I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you enjoy John McDuffie's version of Dafni's song, Dafni and Sarah Stanley's song, Down and Dirty. Okay.
Hi, Peter.
Do you remember how you met Dafni?
You know, I was thinking about that. I don't remember. It had to be at the cinema, but I don't remember specifically when it was. It was almost like she was kind of always around, I mean, I know that's not actually true, but because I've been going to the cinema before I met her, but still, I don't remember the specific time, but I'm sure that's where it was.
I'm pretty sure it was too.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone I'm asking is
Right.
that's the answer. I'm thinking I might splice them all
Yeah,
together into
yeah.
one long.
I know that I met her at a time when Will Forbes was playing in her band, so that's quite a while ago. I don't know if that pins it down to a certain time period.
Yeah, it probably does, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Let's write something that no one will expect from us. Let's something dirty, something really, really dirty. And then we wrote this really fast just to make each other laugh, and this is that. I'll take my boots off, you take your hat off.
First of all, she was amazingly prolific. Her songs really covered a pretty wide stylistic range. Although most of them were pretty eclectic, they didn't really, they weren't necessarily in your sort of the more prevalent like pop music styles. They were all kind of eclectic, but really a wide range of stuff that she wrote, and lovely stuff.
Okay, what do you think of like her guitar playing, being a guitarist yourself, maybe?
Very good player, especially her finger picking, which I know Tony Gilkison, sorry, hope you'll edit this, was really a big fan of her finger picking also, and that's that's pretty high praise coming from him. So, yeah, and I mean she wasn't like a burning lead player, but she wasn't trying to be, and she was really very good at playing in the context of her songs. And also, I know that she used to be a bass player with the Skiffle band.
Yeah.
I'll take my dress off, you take your pants off, lay it on the dresser, there's nothing better. Go to the icebox, grab us some beer, let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Put on a record, make it an old one, maybe some Etta or Patsy Cline. Want to remember our first time, dear? Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Light up a candle if you can handle, but if you're tipsy, there's a flashlight on the mantle. Why don't you kiss me right around my ear? Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's make the neighbors wish that their springs are ringing like our private party and the stars we're seeing. Bedboards banging the drums, I'm singing a tune, and it's naughty at last, at last. Oh, sorry. And when it's over, don't fall to pieces. It's never over, we'll just start again. Back to the icebox, another round of beers. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here.
I'm pretty sure the first time I played with her was after Peter Kavanaugh had started playing with her. And I just filled in a few times when he wasn't able to make it. Did some gigs at a place downtown. I forget the name of it. A restaurant upstairs there, like at First Street and something
it's
there.
like a jazz club.
Yeah, played there a couple times. Played the farmers market with her. And I'm sure I played at the cinema with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I always enjoyed it. I always hoped Peter would get some other gig so I could play with him.
Oh yeah, well, that's good praise.
Yeah.
I'll take my boots off, you take your hat off, lay it on the dresser, there's nothing better. Go to the icebox, grab us some beer, let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Put on a record, make it an old one, maybe some Etta or Patsy Cline. Want to remember our first time, dear, let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's make the neighbors wish that their springs were ringing like our private party. Oh, the stars we're seeing. Bad boys banging the drums, I'm singing a tune, and it's naughty at last, at last. Light up a candle if you can handle, or if you're tipsy, there's a flashlight on the mantel. Why don't you kiss me right around my ear? Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's make the neighbors wish that their springs are ringing like our private party. Oh, the stars we're seeing. Bad boys bang the drums, I'm singing a tune, and it's naughty at last, at last. And when it's over, don't fall to pieces. It's never over, 'cause we'll just start again. Back to the icebox, another round of beer. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right
Well,
here.
it's one of the songs that I always liked, and it was also, I mean, there were a few different choices that I had in mind, but some of the other ones were going to be recorded by other people. And so I had kind of a playlist of songs that were still available that I was interested in, and I had my iPod in the car on shuffle, and that song was the first one to come up about 3 or 4 times. So I thought, I think it better be that one. Yeah.
I'll take my boots off, take your hat off, lay it on the dresser, there's nothing better. Go to the icebox, grab us some beer, let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Put on a record, make it an old one, maybe some Etta or Patsy Cline. Want to remember our first time beer, let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's make the neighbors, let's make the neighbors wish that their springs were ringing like our private party. Oh, the stars
well, I wanted to do it in a somewhat different feel than the original, and it's down and dirty, so I thought I'll do a more down and dirty bluesy take on it. And so I'm trying to remember what I guess I started with just a rhythm guitar part, and it's one of those things that it wasn't, other than sort of the general approach. I just sat down and started fooling around with guitar parts, and it took shape, and I had in mind that I wanted to get kind of a Rycooter sound, so I pulled out this funky little acoustic guitar that I thought would get that kind of sound, and it's an Oahu, and little parlor guitar, and that really captured this certain kind of acoustic sound that he's gotten on a lot of his records, and but instead of going for the Rycooter slide guitar bottleneck thing, I put lap steel on it, put the bass on it, and I had Jim Doyle come over and play drums on it. And that was the sort of the crowning touch.
Over, 'cause we'll just start again. Back to the ice spot, grab us some beer. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here. Let's get down and dirty, baby, right now, right here.
This was a thing that I was thinking about not long after she died. She just always exuded so much positive energy. It's just, it was just, flowing out of her. I never saw her down or in a bad mood, or she was just always so, she was always kind of beaming, and it was always fun to see her because of that, because that rubs off.
Okay.
She is and will be sorely missed, but I'm sure I don't have to tell you that.
Of course.
Take your boots off, you take your hat off, lay it on the dresser, there's nothing better. Go
been really wonderful. Well, it was wonderful to know her, and it's really been wonderful to be a part of this project.